Welcome to the BA Coaches Show, where we talk all things Nebraska sports all the time. Interviews, breakdowns, rants, and more. Expect it all from the Nebraska diehard, Coach Ben Audi. Make sure you click the like, subscribe, or follow button and enjoy this conversation about our beloved Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Welcome to the BA Coaches Show, everybody. I am your host, Coach BA. We are going to be recapping the Northern Iowa game. We will focus on Illinois on the episode that comes out on Thursday. Stick to the end of this show because we got some things to talk about. It's good. It's a big one. We're going to go through our BA breakdown. We're going to give some takeaways from the game. And hey, it's a good time. It is a good time. I hope that you guys all enjoyed that game as much as I did. I got the lovely experience of taking my 7-year-old daughter, Charlotte, to her first ever Nebraska Cornhusker game. If you follow me on social media, you already know she had me draw and mark her some little ends on her cheek. She had a lot of fun. Shout out to Mike Delaware from No Block, No Rock, treating her to an amazing tailgate. Probably the best compliment Mike could have gotten was her looking at me towards the end before we went in that tailgate and her telling me, man, Dad, I want to hang out with you and your friends more often. This is fun. So she will definitely be back. You guys already know I love the Killigan song. I have a video of me and her singing the Killigan song together. It's kind of a cool thing. But yeah, we had a lot of fun. It was a good game. Yeah, let's just hop right into it. Like I said, stick around until the end of the show because we got a little bit of things to talk about just regarding the uploading schedule of this channel. So, like, subscribe, and follow on all social media platforms. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are so close to 500. When I'm recording this, we're at 497. Let's hit 500. Hit 500 subs. We can do memberships. We're going to talk about that at the end. This is what I'm going to need your guys' help with when it comes to the membership deal. So just subscribe. We're so close. Let's talk Northern Iowa game. Let's start with the offense. I'll be real. Offense looked real good. To me, it was the best game Marcus Satterfield has called, probably in his time at Nebraska. I try not to give him as much slack for last year just because of the brokenness that he was dealt. He was dealt a very bad hand last year. So I'll say for sure this year, this is the best game that he's called. I was very happy with it. My tune on the Colorado game slightly shifted once I heard Matt Rule talk at the press conference. I'll be real, it slightly shifted. Offense looked good. When we were on that script, oh boy. First couple scripts look good. I feel like there was a lot of scripted when I talked to Sharp and Hanley this week. I think it was Gary Sharp that said that he felt most of the game was scripted. I tend to agree with that. I think we did fantastic things. You guys will see in the BA breakdown. I love the way we used Carter Nelson on that first drive. I love the way we used Carter Nelson on that first drive. I hope we see more of that. So one of the biggest things I kind of saw was the Harburg situation. Okay. And I will just slowly kind of address this real quick. You listened to NBNR podcast last night on Monday, or if you just listened to it and weren't in the live chat, you may thought I was trying to make the argument that Harburg should be playing more. That's not what I was saying. I don't know why that became a point of contention. I love those guys, but they completely misunderstood my point. I'm saying let's get this guy. Like, I don't hate him being in the game for a couple packages a game. I'm not arguing he should be throwing the ball in clutch situations. Hell, I'm not even saying in a clutch situation he should be out there. But middle of the second quarter, middle of the third quarter, why not throw him out there at wide receiver? Or not tight end, but kind of like that floater tight end or a flexed out kind of guy, or put him at running back. I don't care. We act like it's that bad of a thing. Guys, if you're complaining about this, you don't understand football. I'm sorry. You just don't understand football. High school and college coaches all across the country are good, especially in games like this where you're winning. by a decent amount. They're going to put things in your playbook that now Illinois and Purdue and Rutgers, they have to prepare for Harburg now. Do you not understand that? If you don't see that, I don't want to say you're dumb, but like if you're arguing, oh, he should never be on the field ever, what are we talking about? I'm sorry to get on my high horse about that, but like if you don't understand the positives of getting Harburg on the field at all in any position, then I don't think you should be talking football. That's just me. That's just me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to put it that way, but man, now Illinois has to prepare for that this week. Matt Rule said it. Like, it's a thing. Guys, high school coaches do this. I've done it. High school coaches do this. Like, I don't understand why it's that hard for some of you guys to comprehend. Yeah, I thought the offense looked fantastic. I can't really complain. There's nothing really to complain about. The Micah Mazkakua, I know I'm pronouncing his name wrong, but that situation, I don't know. I definitely think that I trust in Matt Rule. You guys know I'm one of the biggest Matt Rule fans in the entire world. Guys, you have to set a culture. We can't be complaining that we haven't had a culture. Now we're setting the culture. We don't know what it is. It sounds like it's a situation being handled behind closed doors. Until we know what that situation is, we can't be complaining about it. We can't be complaining till we know what's up. It's just like, I don't know. The one thing before I go into defense, and this will kind of pertain to defense as well, the only bad thing that I've figured out right now, since the last time Nebraska made a bowl game, I was in high school. I know I just youngly aged myself for a little bit, like, of the audience here, but like I was in high school, so maybe I didn't understand it then. I don't know. But the one negative I've seen to Nebraska winning is, holy cow, are Nebraska fans right now just some crybabies? Nothing's ever good enough, and we complain about everything. My Lord, that's been the one downside I've noticed, is we nonstop complain about things. Why couldn't we win by more? Oh, how do we give this up? Oh, I wish we would have done this. Like, guys, we've been begging just to win. We've been begging for a bowl game, and this team is 3-0 and covered the betting spread on 3 games. I know the betting spread isn't everything, but my Lord, like, we won by more than what we were expected to. And we're still complaining. Do you not get that? It's driving me nuts. It's driving me nuts, man. But anyway, defense. Okay, I'll be real. I talked about this on the Sharp and Mornings with Sharp and Hanley. The 3-3-5 defense against the run is like a run-heavy team is going to be definitely bend but don't break. And that's what we saw this weekend. I'll be 1,000% transparent with you. The first time I watch games like live, I watch it as a fan, whether it's in the stadium or whether I'm sitting at home with friends, like if I'm, having a little barbecue or whatever, or if I'm just sitting watching by myself. My first viewing experience is as a fan. That's what I do. Okay? I go back and watch it either that night or the next day again, and I try and give it a more technical perspective. I'll tell you, in the stadium, I was disappointed in the defense. I was. I felt like they were, getting their butt kicked. And then I watched it again the next day because I drove home late Saturday night. I didn't get home till like 2 or 3 in the morning. And yeah, I'm not going to make the argument that the defense had a great game. I don't think anybody is. I think the tackling was horrific, right? There was like 80-something yards after contact or something crazy stat like that. Right? I'm not going to make that argument, but I feel better about it. I feel a heck of a lot better about it. There's just some small things to correct. Not having Bear for the first half, not having Jamari Butler out there, that's a big hit. He was, being held out. But like, guys, to quote the great Bo Pelini, I think I need to remind some fans of this. Yards don't win games. Just kind of want to throw that out there for you. Yards don't win games. We gave up 3 points. It's going to be fine. Like I said, I was in that boat of being kind of, this doesn't look so good. And yeah, it didn't look great, but we gave up 3 points. Why are we complaining? You know what I'm saying? Like, They had a 10-minute drive to start the game. They had a couple quick passes, but like we talked about this a little bit. Like when Matt Rule's switching to a match quarter system, like we're gonna give up some of those. You know what I mean? Like the short when we're running a 3-3-5 defense and go into a lot of cover too and match quarters, you're gonna give up some yardage. You're going to. It's fine. Yards don't win games. I want you to remember that. My special teams takeaway. We made some kicks. I don't know. If you guys have followed me for a while, you'll know I was very strongly on the Tristan Alvano train. I was strongly on it. I'll say I'm still on the train, but I'm slowly starting to look for the exit. But hey, I can't complain. 2 for 2 on 2 very easy kicks. Hey, Hanley said it on Monday. Maybe this is just what he needed. Maybe this is what we need to get the thing going. I sure hope so, man. I really sure hope so. Some quick takeaways from this game before we get into the BA breakdown. Overall, we're good. We're a good football team. Northern Iowa's not a bad football team. I don't know why. The complaints that I've heard have been insane to me. Did the defense play great? No, but they played fine. Are we really complaining about giving up 3 points? Do you guys not remember where we were at 2 years ago? It was 2 years and a couple days was the Georgia Southern game. Have we gotten this high and mighty as a fan base after a 5-win season in between those? Are we that high and mighty here that we're going to be complaining about this? Like, I don't understand. I do not. There's podcasts that I am now refusing to listen to because all they've done for 3 weeks is bitch and complain. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. If you go on a Husker podcast and the first thing you say after these big wins are all negatives, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I don't. It is what it is. Like, guys, this is what we've wanted. Matt Rule is kind of being a masterclass right now. He's showing off why he is who he is. Matt Rule is the guy. He is the guy. But, all right, let's get into the BA breakdown. But before we do, I don't have an ad read today. Oh, darn, I'm doing this episode for completely free. But I'll prop up my stuff. Make sure every Monday morning after Nebraska Cornhusker football game, 8 a.m., catch me on Mornings with Sharp and Hanley on 1620 The Zone. Shout out to 1620 The Zone. They posted our segment on their YouTube channel this week. So if you only listen to your stuff on YouTube, go check out 1620 The Zone. You can see me, Ben Audi's breakdown this week. It's kind of a big deal. I was very happy with it. Otherwise, you can go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Go find Mornings with Sharp and Hanley. They post the segment 15 minutes after it's over. So I felt like this week's segment went very good. I was very happy with it. Had a lot of fun talking to him. But with that, let's get into the Coach BA breakdown, and then we're going to just give some closing thoughts and get out of here. But stick around for the end because we got some things to talk about. Let's hop right into it. All right, guys, this week's BA breakdown, we're going to start off with 2 plays back to back just because I want to show off Carter Nelson a little bit. This first play we got here, hey, first drive of the game, looking nice and pretty. You know how it is at the beginning part of the game. You know these 4 down linemen right here. They got their ears pinned back and they're ready to go. So we got our 11 personnel. We got Harburg in the game. Hey, they're ready. They are ready, but watch this. Defensive line, you know they got their ears peeled back. Oh, they're bringing pressure too. And oh boy, look at that. Marcus Satterfield prepared them for making pressure. And this is what we're going to call our tunnel screen. Our tunnel screen to Carter Nelson. When he catches that ball, look at that. This is a beautiful play design. Was this the best execution in the world? I'll be real. No. Because completely missed this block here. Not ideal. Not ideal. We do a decent job taking care of him. All right, I said decent. I lied. We pancaked his ass, so that was a very good job. That's my bad. It was this guy. So Nelson does a great job, but man, we got a 2-on-1 here. We got to take care of that. We've got to take care of the 2-on-1 because that's the guy that ends up making the tackle right here. So we got to be better there. But overall, I really love this play design. This first drive was beautiful by Marcus Satterfield. I have been critical of Marcus Satterfield in the past, but I have to admit this was the best game he's probably called at Nebraska. This first drive, the way we used Carter Nelson was insane because now we're going to use him again. And this was chef's kiss. Beautiful. Okay. This is how we take advantage of some spot coverage, the holes in the defense here. This is amazing. So, this is very next play. Beautiful setup here. And look at that giant hole. So when we're talking about spot dropping, these guys, instead of matching the pattern, which I'm going to do a whole separate video this week talking about match pattern versus spot coverage, but I got to keep this kind of short and sweet. They're dropping to a spot, okay? Instead of matching him where he goes, they're dropping to a spot. So as you can see here, we got the trips, right? Trips to the defense's right. So this middle linebacker who would normally be dropping right in here in the hole is going to shift a little bit to the right, going towards the strong side, which is fine. This backer right here is dropping right at the hash. Look at that giant window. That's a beautiful window. Force a hole in the middle of the field. This is the other thing I want to point out. This was beautiful. You guys remember last week when we talked about how that Colorado strong safety Colorado's passing game did not push our safeties vertically, did not push our guys vertically. Look at that. Two vertical routes. Look at Jamal Banks. He pushes the strong safety. How do I know it's a strong safety? Where's our tight end? Strong. Run game strong. I'm teaching you guys if you guys don't know this stuff. Strong safety. When Carter Nelson catches this ball 10 yards off, 10 yards away. That's big. That's big stuff, guys. And then he stumbles a little bit. The way he runs is kind of like a gazelle sometimes, or like a baby deer, the way he falls. But look, we push the safeties vertically. A nice, huge open window, huge hole in the defense. Marcus Satterfield saw this on film from Northern Iowa, and it was in the script. Let's play both plays at full speed. We got our 2-for-1 special to start off the BA breakdown right here. Here we go. Tunnel screen, not the best blocking in the world, but hey, it was enough for a first down. And boom, huge hole in the defense. And we got ourselves a touchdown from the boy from Ainsworth. All right, guys, you're going to have to forgive me a little bit for the camera on this. I was not able to get like a good screen recording, so sorry for that. But I think you guys will like seeing this anyway. This is what I call the Tony White special on third down. Obviously, this is still a game here. Northern Iowa had a 10-minute drive going. It's 3rd and 5. The defense bent, but it did not break. And this is a Tony White special. Completely manned up, and we are bringing pressure. No help over the top. This is very much what Tony White likes to do in these goal line situations. First thing I want to point out, Isaac Gifford showed his senior leadership here. This is why he is one of the leaders of the defense. He did a fantastic job. Obviously, once they transition to the empty set, Gifford's normally not going to be that outside guy. Gifford's not going to be the guy out on an island. But Gifford was able to read the personnel pretty good and realize that's the running back coming in. They shifted out here. So now we got our empty set. And now we got Buford in the slot, which was 100% the right move, especially if we're going to be manned up. We're going to be manned up on top of each other. Hey, we got that stagger, which you know I like. I hate everyone being on the same level. We got the stagger just like I wanted. Got two defenders basically right at the sticks, keep everything in front of them. So we're here. This is exactly what I want to see. We're manned up completely. You're going to see us switching these things around paid off big time. So we're bringing pressure, and hey, I got to see. I got to point this out. Big boy going QB spy. Not going to give that up. But he throws it, and Buford does a fantastic job. I know the camera work isn't great on this, so I apologize for that. But he does a great job. He's pressed up. He doesn't really jam him at the line, but hey, that's okay. That's okay. That wasn't the call on that, I'd say, because he didn't even attempt it. So they didn't want to jam. He just wants to run with him. And I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. He does a great job staying with him hip to hip, and he puts his arms up right at the right time. It was beautiful. It's everything I wanted to see from that play. That's the Tony White special, in my opinion. The Tony White special, bringing heat at the goal line. Not the goal line, but in the red zone, completely manned up. Put your boy out on an island. Love to see it. Boom. This play right here is just showing this is kind of a ballsy play call. We heard Matt Rule talk about this in the post-game presser. This was kind of a ballsy call, but I am all about it. So you guys I've shown you guys on this channel before. We've seen our split zone action and how well that has worked. And that's kind of what sets this up here, right? We see kind of a wedge moving to the right. We see the tight end pulling all the way across the formation. And look where these eyes are. Even this guy who's floating out here, his eyes are right. These guys, they're all looking right. Look at the backers. They're ready to shut this down, correct? And it's because all those split zone plays we've ran all season where the tight end, hey, we talked about it. Wall going right, split zone for the kick out. But look at that. Got our little counter reverse here, whatever you want to call it. And it is set up beautifully. And make a move inside. I'll give this guy from UNI credit. I don't know who this is, so forgive me. Right here. He does a fantastic job. He's the force player. He's the outside contain. But look, cut inside. Got a big old gap here. We got a big block and a touchdown. This was ran beautifully. I love this play design. It was honestly pretty ballsy to do this. That's a gutsy call right there. So just look at it in slow motion with me one more time. We got the wall. We got the split. This was such a smart move because this play's supposed to probably hit out here. But good redirection because number 8 from Northern Iowa does a fantastic job. Let's watch it one more time in full speed. I thoroughly hope you guys enjoyed this edition of BA Breakdown. Beautiful, beautiful play. My Lord. I hope you guys enjoyed that BA Breakdown. I love doing those. We're going to start doing some more of those, but we got to talk about some things before we get out of here, okay? As I said, we are about to hit 500 subscribers, which means we're about to have memberships on this channel. That's just a way, if you're on YouTube, you can donate a couple dollars every month and you'll get, different accesses to things, different perks. I don't know what to do with those if you guys want the truth. I just don't know. I have ideas of like giving you guys extra film breakdowns, giving you guys like extra early access to things, more Scheme 101 type of deals. I don't really know what to do with those. I need your guys' help to tell me if you're spending $4 a month to help support my channel, what do you want with that? Is that fair? You know what I'm saying? I just don't know how I want to make it the most valuable to you guys because you guys are the reason I'm here. We started doing Husker content in like May, maybe June. I think early June we started doing Husker content, and we're gonna hit 500 this week. And then we guys have to do click my apply button, and we're gonna have memberships on this channel this week. So you guys just got to help me out with that. Tell me what you guys want. Before we get out of here, I also have one more PSA. You guys have realized probably that we did not keep our daily upload streak, and there's a reason for it. And I wanted to address it just head to head, face to face, personally. The reason is I kept getting feedback that no one was going to be like, it was just a lot of repeat content and no one really cared. And I can tell you no one cares because if you look at my YouTube page, just go look at the videos. The full episodes would have, I don't know, a couple hundred views. Breakdowns would get like 1,000 or more. As I was about it, no one cared about the other stuff. So we're going to keep content coming, and it'll be coming about every day, but it might not be every day. The 150 days, I don't want to say it was a failed experiment, but it was kind of failed. And I couldn't keep pouring all this time and effort when I was getting feedback from like trusted people saying, look, I'm not even watching that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm not trying to be a jerk. Like, it is what it is. But with that, we're still going to go 2 episodes a week. We'll clip up the breakdowns. We'll clip up the previews and recaps. So we're still going to have content dropping. It just might not be every single day. It is what it is, but I have to be real. Like, if you guys don't want to see it, then I'm not going to keep doing it. I feel like that's a fair trade to me anyway. But hey, we're going to wrap this episode up. I hope you guys enjoy. You guys make sure you do me some huge favors. Follow me on all social media platforms at the BA Coaches Show. Go to characterchronicles.com. Go check out in the Characters crew in the video podcast section. Go check out there's so many good Husker content creators in there. There's so many good Husker content creators in there. Not even just me. I might be one of the smaller ones in there. Go check it all out, but go check out the BA Coaches Show on there. Remember, go check out the weekly segment, Mornings with Sharp and Hanley. Go check out the blog, nbnrpodcast.com, Red Zone Reflections. I'm not the only writer on there now. There's a few more, so go check that out. And please, 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 please subscribe to this podcast. Share it to all of your Husker friends. This thing is growing, and it's growing, and it's growing. And I'm so happy and proud. We talked about this last week, but the plan for the BA Coaches Show next season, I believe, will be a bit different. But we're going to enjoy this ride. I enjoy doing these quick hitting, action-packed 30-minute episodes with you. I enjoy those, but just know that we're going up. We're trending upward. We're going in the right direction. We really are. And I'm very, very thankful for that. So, with that, we are going to wrap this episode up. As freaking always, GBR, and in rule we trust.